something feels completely off in Indiana right now, and Fever fans are finally starting to lose patience. What was supposed to be one of the most exciting seasons in WNBA history is suddenly turning into one massive controversy before the season has even officially started. Fans are angry. Ticket sales are getting attention for all the wrong reasons. Social media is exploding with frustration. And now, the Indiana Fever front office is being accused of trying to control the narrative instead of fixing the real basketball problems. This situation has gotten way bigger than just basketball, because for the first time since Caitlin Clark arrived in Indiana, a growing number of Fever fans are openly questioning the direction of the organization. And honestly, some of the reactions online have been brutal. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are breaking down why Fever fans are frustrated, why the coaching staff is suddenly under pressure, why ticket sales are becoming a major talking point, and why some fans believe the organization is slowly making a huge mistake with Caitlin Clark. Because right now, Indiana Fever fans are sending a message, and the front office might finally be hearing it. Over the last few weeks, Fever fans have been paying close attention to one specific thing: the offense. More specifically, how Caitlin Clark is being used. Last season, fans watched Clark completely transform women's basketball. Every single game felt electric. She pushed the pace faster than almost anyone in the league. She created offense from nothing. She hit deep threes. She broke defensive schemes. And most importantly, she played with freedom. That freedom is exactly what fans are worried about losing, because during preseason practices and recent clips posted online, many fans started noticing something they absolutely did not want to see: Caitlin Clark spending long stretches away from the ball. Now, to be fair, every offense uses off-ball movement sometimes. That is normal basketball. But Fever fans are terrified that the team might be overcomplicating things. They do not want Caitlin Clark standing in the corner watching someone else slowly run the offense. They want the ball in her hands. They want pace. They want chaos. They want the same aggressive style that made Indiana the center of the basketball world last season. And when fans started voicing those concerns online, things escalated very quickly, especially after the Fever social media team released behind-the-scenes practice footage featuring head coach Stephanie White. The video was clearly designed to create excitement before the season opener. Players were talking. Coaches were yelling encouragement. Music was playing. Everything looked energetic. But instead of calming fans down, the video somehow made things worse, because many fans immediately flooded the comment section accusing the organization of focusing more on public relations than actual basketball adjustments. Some comments were surprisingly harsh. One fan wrote that the Fever were trying too hard to sell Stephanie White as the face of the franchise instead of focusing on the players people actually paid to see. Another fan said the organization was trying to manufacture support instead of earning it through results on the court. And then came the biggest criticism of all. Fans started accusing the team of trying to change Caitlin Clark instead of building around her strengths. That is where this entire conversation exploded. Because Caitlin Clark is not just another talented player. She is the biggest attraction in women's basketball. Everywhere Indiana travels, arenas sell out. Ticket prices rise. National attention follows. TV ratings increase. The Caitlin Clark effect is real, which is why fans are now asking one massive question. If Caitlin Clark already changed the entire league by playing her style of basketball, why would Indiana try to slow everything down? That question has become the center of this growing controversy. And then another issue started getting attention: ticket sales. Last season, getting Indiana Fever tickets felt almost impossible. Fans rushed online the second tickets became available. Prices exploded. Every game felt like an event. The energy around the team was unbelievable. But now some fans online are pointing out that tickets for certain games are not disappearing nearly as fast. And immediately, critics started connecting that issue to the growing frustration around the coaching direction. Now, obviously, one season does not define an organization, and preseason overreactions happen every year. But perception matters, especially in sports. And right now, the perception surrounding Indiana is starting to shift. Instead of excitement, some fans are talking about confusion. Instead of confidence, some fans are talking about concern. And instead of celebrating the upcoming season, social. Media has become a non-stop debate about coaching decisions and offensive systems. That is not what the Fever wanted, not even close. The pressure surrounding Stephanie White is also growing fast because coaching Caitlin Clark comes with massive expectations. Fans are not expecting average basketball. They are expecting something special. They want highlights. They want fast breaks. They want logo threes. They want the offense to feel dangerous every single possession. And if that excitement disappears, fans are going to notice immediately. That is why every preseason clip is getting analyzed frame by frame. Every substitution gets criticized. Every offensive set becomes a debate. And every time Clark spends too long without touching the ball, social media explodes. The Fever are no longer just a basketball team. They are the biggest microscope in the entire WNBA. And right now, that pressure is starting to create real tension. Some fans believe the organization is overthinking everything. Others believe people are panicking too early. But either way, emotions are clearly rising. One thing that keeps appearing online is the idea that Indiana should stop trying to reinvent basketball. Fans keep repeating the same message. Let Caitlin Clark be Caitlin Clark. That is what they want. And honestly, it is not hard to understand why. Clark's best moments happen when she is aggressive, creative, and unpredictable. When she pushes tempo, defenses panic. When she gets comfortable, entire arenas come alive. That energy is what made the Fever relevant again. So naturally, fans are scared of losing that identity. And when fans become emotionally attached to a style of play, even small changes can create huge reactions, especially online. But this story is not only about basketball strategy, it is also about trust. Right now, some fans feel like the organization is not listening. They feel ignored. They feel like criticism is being brushed away. And when fans start feeling disconnected from the team, frustration grows quickly. That is exactly what the Fever are trying to avoid. Because once negativity starts dominating the conversation, every single mistake gets amplified. One bad quarter becomes a disaster. One slow game becomes proof the system is broken. One awkward interview becomes another headline. That is the danger Indiana is dealing with right now. The expectations became so massive that anything less than greatness immediately creates backlash. And whether fair or unfair, Stephanie White is now standing directly in the middle of that pressure storm. The season has not even officially started, but fans are already debating whether she is the right coach for this roster. That is how intense the attention has become. And honestly, opening night suddenly feels incredibly important. Because if the Fever come out playing fast, aggressive basketball and Caitlin Clark looks comfortable, a lot of this criticism could disappear instantly. Winning solves almost everything. But if Indiana struggles early, if the offense looks slow, if fans see Clark standing off ball too often, this conversation is only going to get louder, much louder, and that is why the next few weeks could shape the entire mood of the season. The Fever have talent. Nobody questions that. Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Sophie Cunningham. This roster absolutely has enough talent to compete, but talent alone is not enough when expectations reach this level. Fans want identity. Fans want excitement. Fans want confidence. Most importantly, fans want to feel like the organization understands exactly why people fell in love with this team in the first place. That is the real issue, not just wins and losses to identity. Because right now, a growing number of Fever fans are worried that the team is slowly drifting away from the style that made them must-watch television. And in today's sports world, perception spreads unbelievably fast. One viral clip, one controversial quote, one frustrating game, That is all it takes for a massive online debate to explode. The Fever are learning that in real time. Now the organization has a chance to silence the criticism. The opportunity is right there. If the team looks dominant, this entire conversation changes. Fans will celebrate. The energy will return. The arena will explode again. But until that happens, questions are going to continue. And honestly, some of those questions are becoming impossible to ignore. Because the pressure surrounding Caitlin Clark is different from anything the WNBA has ever seen. Every move matters. Every game matters. Every coaching decision matters. And right now, Indiana Fever fans are watching everything very closely. So now, the biggest question becomes simple. Are fans overreacting before the season even begins, or is there genuinely something wrong happening behind the scenes in Indiana? That debate is only getting louder, and opening night suddenly feels like one of the most important games this franchise has played in years. But now I want to hear from you. Do you think Fever fans are panicking too early, or do you believe the organization is making a serious mistake with Caitlin Clark? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to subscribe because we are covering every major WNBA story all season long. The pressure in Indiana is officially building, and everyone is watching to see what happens next.